Hello, hello, hello. We are live with today's stream. So I'm just going to share that on all the social medias and then we'll hop into the game. It is Saturday, so just doing Animal Crossing today. And I do apologize for the late start, but we're live now. So let's just hop right in and see how things go. Yes, I'm back March 5th. 8:35 p.m. Trantor. That's all good in the neighborhood. Okay, let's go. Just gonna turn that just a bit more. There we go. It's raining today. Interesting. Do we have somebody new? Boris, Lucy. Lulu, Lindbergh, Ozzy, we've got Snake, awesome. One of the people we still needed. And thank you for the follow, Annie. Very much appreciated. Welcome on in. How's it going? How are you doing? Okay, so we're not going to remove Snake from the list quite yet, because we need to get a letter from him before we actually will remove him from the list, but that is good to know. That a bit of progress there. On the villager count. Okay, what do we got in the mail? Ah, 6 letters today. Stegosaurus torso from the museum. Good stuff, good stuff. Some amber from the museum. And lastly, but hopefully not leastly, ammonite. I'm actually not sure which is worth less, the ammonite or the amber. Both are definitely worth less than the stego torso, though. Letter from home, take gardening as a hobby, concurrently with Brussels sprouts. They're like evil little cabbages. Well, stunning iris table, and Cody moved to custodes. Okay. What are villager count right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good to know, good to know. Yeah, found that the other day. It's all good. Ooh, weed. All good in the neighborhood. Okay. And if I recall correctly, we only found 4 fossils the other day. So there's one still. So there's one that's decently well hidden somewhere in town. So we will keep. Oh, there's KK Slider. We'll grab a song from him later in the stream. But for now, we will go do our wandering around. Yeah. Just a moment of wait. No. Thinking with because we, I was saying when we get a letter from Snake, which we'll do with another character, but it's like, wait, do I need to switch to the character to do that? No. What I'm thinking of is tomorrow we need to make sure to start with, I guess, Samantha, who will be getting a letter from Snake to make sure we get the letter right away, or early. Fossil number 1, tons of fun. Now this is certainly not the one we've missed. This one is out in the open. So, this is one of the new ones for today. And hey. Hey, Lou. Oh yeah. A little jealous of those snails. What's going on? Any pretty flowers? I mean, you're not wrong. You are not wrong at all. That's no money rock, but that's also no money rock. No worries, no worries at all. Nor is that the money rock. Ooh, I wonder if this is the one I missed. That one kind of blends in. Also fossil number 2. How about you? Didn't mean to dig up that bag of money, but okay. Just trying to fill in the hole over here. Ooh, and we're finishing off the skyline paper. So let us move up the woodcut and thick paper. And let's check if this is not the money rock. Okay. Also, hi Limburg, if you don't want to. Why is everyone running away from me today? What's going on? Ooh, kayaking. I mean, I'd rather be playing. Like, who watches I mean, I saw some people might watch kayaking. Doesn't seem really like a spectator sport, though, but... I mean, maybe it's definitely the type of kayaking. Okay. Hey, Ozzy. I mean, you seem to live in a classroom. What's new? No, I don't. I don't actually like the sound of rain at night. It makes it difficult for me to sleep. Luckily, in my place, though, I live in a basement or whatever, so even when it's raining, I generally don't hear it, unless pretty much I only hear it if there's also a strong wind. There's a strong wind going in the right direction, so that like the rain is like literal. Actually, no, I was gonna say literally hitting my window, but actually now the window like the window itself I actually can't hit right now because there's actually like the little hole that the window is in or whatever. Like there's like actually a cover over that because well. There's an issue with that getting full of water, and that water leaking through the window into my room. So I guess, yeah, now actually, even if I wouldn't even be hearing it at all then, that's actually awesome. Limburg we already saw. Did I see a fossil over here? No. Don't think so. Do not believe that is the case. Okay. Trying to keep my eyes open. I guess we're gonna have gyroids tomorrow, unless it's raining again tomorrow, but I potentially have gyroids in the ground tomorrow, because after it rains or snows, that's what happens. Just like in real life. I mean, what? Just out of curiosity, what are turnip prices today? You do? Okay. We already sold earlier in the week, so I was mostly just curious. 6,800. Not the most I made from fossils in a day. Well, I mean, the most I made from fossils in a day would be a day where I sold, like... Would be the day after, day after a day where Nooks was closed, so then I have 2 days worth of fossils to sell. Maybe even more if there's... Probably at some point been a day where I had, like, more than... Even then, like, maybe 2 days where I couldn't sell stuff for whatever reason. Maybe there's been a day like that. Not sure. Okay. Is mint around here? Oh, weed. I don't see mint. Not in right now. Okay, so we're gonna keep our eyes open for mint. Character, not the herb. Keep your eyes open for either if you want, I suppose. No, nothing behind. Oh, wait, is this? That's just lumber. What's up? Plants are beginning to grow and bugs are starting to come out of the ground. So I actually talked to Limburg twice now, because I couldn't tell who was behind the tree, and thought it might be mint. Here is our newest villager, Snake. Oh, nope. In fact, not only does this version not know us, but Snake himself, like, this is the first character named Snake we've actually had, first version of Snake we've had in this village. So, make sure that later I remember to switch to Samantha so I can send him a welcome to Trantor letter. And tomorrow we can get a reply letter. And yeah, and then go up to 211 or to 218 on the villager count. Because we wait till we actually get a reply letter for storage purposes before we actually update the villager count. Yeah, that's awesome. One of the ones we were still missing. So then it'll just be 7 more that we still need. Oh wow, we probably need to find out who the next visitor is now, don't we? One's on. Katrina. Need Gracie again. So this is in Trantor. Katrina on the 7th. Today is what, the 5th? Yeah, today's the 5th and it's Saturday, so 7th is Monday. Katrina's in Custodes right now. We actually forgot to check who the first visitor in Novum was going to be when we created the village 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. And then for Praetoris, Meltork, for Winnipeg, one of those Thursdays refers to next Thursday. Also, I just realized I spelled Sahara wrong there. Had an extra ha. Sahara. I think it was Praetoris that we're getting Sahara next Saturday. Will Meltor for Winnipeg had their Sahara and Wendell this past Thursday, I think. Yeah, Thursday visitor, it's Saturday. We'll probably just hold off until tomorrow for finding out when the next visitors are going to be for all the towns. Because tomorrow we're going to need to go to all of my towns anyway for turnip prices to figure out where we're buying. Hopefully tomorrow we're starting at 8 a.m. An hour earlier than, I was going to say normal, but honestly, an hour earlier than normally scheduled, because even then we're rarely even though we're scheduled to start at 9, that rarely actually happens. I mean, today I was scheduled to start at 6 p.m. and we'll start at like 8:30, 8:35 even, I think. I know I'm terrible with it. I didn't cancel it like I did yesterday, which yesterday was unfortunate because basically, I mean, there was the normal stuff of, okay, you know, worked a 4 a.m. shift yesterday, and ooh, here's another fossil number 3 just for me. Yeah, so 4 a.m. and I hadn't got as much sleep as I should have the previous night, but then on top of that, I ended up having to walk home from work instead of getting a ride as I normally do. So, first of all, just walk home, you know, extra tiring, and then also, like, it's an hour walk. But then also because I was tired, I also stopped on the way home to get A&W to get some food, some lunch or whatever, and then time I got home, it's like, what time was it? 12:30. So I walked straight home, it would be 1:30, so it's probably around 2-ish that I got home. And then there was something else. I don't remember. There was other stuff that was adding to my tiredness yesterday. I think there was some issues because, like, you know, I always put my Twitch VODs onto YouTube, and I think there was something with something where I was acting weird or something, and which happens far too often. I need to just be like, okay. Actually, what I need to start doing when I put my VODs onto YouTube is, yeah, start the, you know, process or whatever, because it's just like, you know, hit the Twitch, like it has the, you know, export to YouTube option or whatever it's called, and then you just need to start. And if after like an hour or so it hasn't worked, just start again, and like, because as long as it actually does it where I'll do the export and it will actually export twice, and then one of them is often like good to go a lot sooner than the other one. So that's really what I need to do, is just, it's not working after a little bit, just start another one, and instead of just like waiting and waiting and waiting and being like, why isn't this going? Sometimes it's just like weird to like, sometimes technology is just weird, programs and whatnot, like computer stuff. It's just like, oh, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's kind of random. Fossil number 4, just one more. Hello, museum. Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl? Is that how the song goes? I don't even know. Okay. We still haven't seen Mint. We also haven't seen Lucy, but we haven't been by her house, so that's less weird. How are things? Everything is perfect. Trantor is a very livable place, even when it rains. But I do not like the sound of rain. Not really a fan. But it is what it is. Just gotta accept it and move on with life. The universe and everything. 42! Ooh, fossil number 5. We're alive. So I guess we found whichever fossil we were missing. There were 2 of them that kind of were hard to that I almost missed today, so it was probably one of them that I missed last time, and possibly the time before, because I think we were missing fossil the last 2 times. But last time there was also a few fossils we found that were tricky, so it's like, so while we were missing fossils the last 2 times, it could have been the same fossil both times, or it could have been different fossils each time. It's hard to say. Hard to say. You know, it's just hard to say. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I mean, it's not really. Maybe at one point been hard to say, but pretty good at saying it now. Even though I haven't said it in years, I don't think. Oh, there's Lucy going inside. We'll follow in just in a moment to say hello. How's it going? How are you doing? It's like a backyard. Hey, Lucy. Oh yeah. Let's chat. Sure. Not really, but we'll say all the time just to make her feel better. And she actually has, I mean, it's a hammock. I was going to say a bed. Technically, it's a hammock. But, like, a lot of villagers, like... So she doesn't even have a house. She doesn't... Like, her house is, like, looks like a backyard. And yet, she still at least actually has somewhere to sleep on, unlike a lot of villagers where you're just like... Okay, yeah, but where do you sleep? Where, I ask of you. Nay, I implore you to tell me. Ooh, almost missed this weed. Can't miss the weed. Can't miss the good stuff. Okay. So, we never saw mint. Minty fresh. Let's go mail our mail. Mail a letter. Yeah. Yeah, today also, one of the reasons I was late is because I wanted to lie down in bed for a while, as I sometimes do. Saturday, Sunday, I fell asleep. Actually, I did... Oh, what was my dream now? It's actually a really cool dream. Kind of. I can't remember what it was. I was taken hostage. Of course I would say that's really cool. I was trying to negotiate, like, you know, negotiate with the hostage takers while I myself was one of the hostages. Yeah. There might be something wrong with me. So that was really cool. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember the details. I remember the head of, like, these bad guys was, like, really tall. Like, gotta have been, like, 7 feet tall at least. Okay. And then, yeah. I don't really remember too much else. I remember it was at work where this happened, and I remember there were 3 of the bad guys. There was the tall dude, there was a woman, there's some other guy. I think the other guy actually was somebody who actually works at my place of work. So I guess it was an inside job, or at least he was the inside man. Interesting dream. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I fell asleep, which was part of why I was late to start streaming today. And then after I woke up or whatever, I go and was, you know, doing on my phone to check something, and so my phone's on the home screen, press the home button, and nothing. So I was having to figure out what to do with that. Luckily, you can, you know, like, well, what I did was I turned it off and turned it back on, because when you turn it back on, you can log in without having hit the home button. And then I was able to access the accessibility settings, and you can set, like, an actual button on there that gives you a home button on the touch screen, luckily. So my phone is still usable, despite... I'm not sure why the button doesn't work, because, like, from my understanding, it's not an actual, like, button. It's just, like, it itself is, like, a little touch pad thingy, so... I was reading online that, like, doing a hard reset on the phone, like, you can use to restore it, but then I'd have to, like, first back up my phone, and then, like, do that, and on the off chance, and then it might work. It's like, do I want to go to all that work when I can just do this digital, you know, just do this, not digital, well, kind of, button on the touch screen or whatever. So I think I'll just get used to this method. I wonder where Mint got off to. Anyway, let's go grab ourselves a song, because we're not going to be going to my other towns today, I decided, so let's just go, yeah, grab a song from KK Slider. one of the big reasons I'm trying my best, even if I'm starting late like today, that I don't cancel on Saturdays, because we need to still get all of these songs. So let's get one of them. I will, of course, turn off the mic while we're listening so that we can just listen. KK Rock. Ooh. I think this is one of the ones I like. I mean, I like them all. He's a true artist. But anyway, let's turn off the mic now as we listen to KK Rock. Definitely a good song. Yeah. I think I was actually thinking of saying that it was one of my favorites. I think I was thinking of Rockin' KK, which I actually already have. This one's good too, although I think Rockin' KK is better. But you know, gotta get them all. So let's go put it in our music player. Pop in a tune. KK Rock. Another song added to the collection. Whew, we are moving and grooving. Yeah. Yeah, this is why I'm definitely trying not to cancel on Saturdays, though, because that's the one area that we still... Or this is not the one area. This is one of the areas where we still have a lot of work to do. Of the catalog things, it's definitely the lowest percentage. Like, it's very consistent though, because like every Saturday we get a song as long as we play, right? Technically, because I have multiple towns, I could go and get just like a bunch every Saturday, but I like doing the like, you know, getting them one at a time, because if you just get from one town, like I've been doing or whatever, until you've gotten all of the non-request songs, you don't. He'll always give you one that you don't have. And yeah, until you've gotten all of them, like for the one that you need to request specifically, then I'll start giving you duplicates. But if you get songs from KK Slider in other towns, or if you know, get it with other characters and give them to a character same character, or whatever. I guess because the game, I guess, tracks what songs your KK Slider has given you. That's why it isn't duplicates. But if you get songs through other methods, like I said, other towns or whatever, or through other characters, and then just give them to that one character, then KK Slider will start giving you duplicates, which is why I'm like, we're gonna do this way. It's nice, and I mean, we've got still got this like decent sized hole over here, but otherwise it's like mostly like a hole of 2 here and such. But we're slowly filling it in, slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. Okay, and then let's go update our numbers of KK Slider and also grab another stack of stationery. We'll update our catalog numbers. So, see my catalog. So furniture is still 581. That hasn't changed. Wallpaper, and that won't change. Next change will be March 21st. So later this month, that'll be going up by 1. But yeah, that's only by 1. Then it'll go up again in May, and then it'll go up a lot in July. Go up 1 more in August, and 2 more in December. And then the one other thing you might notice that'll, well, actually no, because I didn't say how much it'll go up in July. In July, it should go up by 14. So yeah, so 582 this month, 583 in May, 597 in July, 598 in August, 600 in December. And then the 601, actually, I mean, 601 could in theory be before that, or it could be after that. Because that's that is the thing that we get for maxing out our savings account. That's harder to say when that'll be. But yeah, wallpaper 66, that'll be finished. That'll go up to 67 in December. Same thing with carpet, 66 will go up to 67 in December. Clothing 244, yeah. It could go up to 246 at any time. That's just depending on Gracie visits. And the other thing is, again, December. Item 63, that'll go up to 64 it should go up in July, unless we get just like redonkulously bad luck. Because basically in July you have the fireworks festival on July 4th. And Red is in town selling either fans, which we have all of, pinwheels, which is the thing we're missing one of, and or balloons, which we have all of. So it's, in a single town, 1 in 3 chance of getting, pinwheels, which is what we need. And like whichever one he's selling all of them. So like if he's selling pinwheels, you can get all the pinwheels from him. There's another method of getting pinwheels, which is why we have 7, but not the 8th one. But yeah, so but because we'll have 18 towns by the time we hit July, unless we get extremely unlucky, we'll have pinwheels in. I mean, 18. In theory, we should have pinwheels in about 6 of the towns, unless we get really lucky. And if we do, we still have November, which is when I got the other pinwheels on sale day, which is Black Friday, where here at Nooks they're selling grab bags that can contain multiple different things, including pinwheels. So there, it's a lot more RNG heavy, but most likely we'll get them in July. We have all 64 stationary, all 127 gyroids, all 25 fossils, and then music we should now be at 38, and we are. And that, we're going up by 1 every Saturday that we play. So it's just a matter of playing every Saturday evening until we get that number up to 100%. let's see here. So that's, where's my calculator? 38 divided by 55. Ooh, I can move that digital button. That's actually useful. 69%. Nice. I have to get used to using this button on the screen. Is this virtual home button? Anyway, okay. Let's see, what kind of stationery do we currently have? Woodcut and thick. What kind do we want to get? Woodland. That's a decent one, but let's see if we get anything better. Fireworks. We'll go with fireworks. I think that's a bit better. Maple leaf. I am Canadian. Lattice. We'll go with maple leaf because I am Canadian. You know, gotta. Okay. Thank you, and have a nice day. Okay. Let's go deposit a chunk of change in our savings account, and then play around a balloon fight. I'll have a good round because, like, I've only been streaming for 37 minutes. Well, speaking of, I was streaming for that, but Game Boy already feels a little off. Game Boy should be fine though. Oh hey, a lot of cookies. Welcome in. Found a pretty cool KK Rock cover if you'd like to give it a listen later. Ah, maybe. Although I'll probably forget to actually do so later after stream. Also, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? Why did I turn off the lights? Let's go and do a round of balloon fight. Let's see what we can manage. Just for anyone unaware, because I'm a ridiculous person, and because Animal Crossing contains 19 NES games, as part of 100%ing Animal Crossing, I am trying to 100% all 19 of the NES games contained within. I do not recommend trying this at home, folks. I am a trained professional. Wait. Been lurking since the start, just chilling. Ah, no worries. Lurking is always welcome. Streams are always your 2 a.m. jam. Oh, it's 2 a.m. where you are. Interesting. What time is it here? It's 9:13. Okay. What is going on with these balloons? This is a terrible pattern. It's the first bonus round, so at least, you know, balloons are going slow enough. 3 a.m. now. Okay, yeah, okay. 3 a.m. Yeah, I get the point, yes. Bit of a late night then. Or early in the morning, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, for me, 3 a.m. is more likely to be an early morning than a late night these days, but... Actually, well, no, depends on the day, I guess. Actually, I mean, some days I think it's actually, well, technically it's not the same day because, you know, when midnight happens, it changes over on the day, but because, like, you know, a lot of days I, you know, start work at 4 a.m., which means I'm, like, you know, awake already at 3 a.m. But if I'm not working the next day, sometimes I will then stay up until the following 3 a.m., so I'm up for, like, 24 hours, which is not good, but it happens. But, yeah. I'll read your next message in just a bit. Just want to finish off this bonus round first. There we go. Work better at night, always been more of a person. Ah, yeah. No, see, for me, it's just, well, my work schedule, well, I mean, it's partially, like, I'm on a restricted schedule at work, so I, like, you know, select my availability to a certain extent, but then, you know, exactly what my schedule is within that will vary, or can vary, I suppose. But, then oftentimes it's just, the reason I'm often up late is because it's like I have a certain amount of stuff I want to do, but if I'm tired, then it takes longer to do it, and then I stay up later, and then I get more tired. It's an endless cycle. And until eventually I'm just like, you know what? Do I actually need to do this today? And most of the time the answer is no. Most of the time it's like, no. A lot of the time actually the answer is, I don't actually need to do this at all. I choose to do this. And I just get so, like, you know, caught up in doing things. I'm very much a creature of routine, a creature of habit. And so it's difficult for me to break out of that. So, like I'm the person that, like, you know, if I'm at a point in, say, my daily routine where I'm doing something on the internet, and then the internet is down, I just kind of get stuck on that step until the internet is back up. Having me in the background chilling with, you know, do this madness helps you relax. Oh yeah, focus on the game, the messages won't disappear, thankfully. Yep. Phase 10. Ooh, that was a nice double kill there. Interestingly, double kills in this game like that don't actually give you extra points. I mean, as you can see below me, you can see exactly what does and doesn't give you. You can see all the points values you can get from anything, which I have placed there back when we were working on getting the top score up to 99,950. Because that's more challenging than you'd think, because after, like, you know, it gets beyond that, like, it loops around back to, like, you know, past 0 and back to, like, you know, bottom. But the thing is, whatever point value it was at before you looped it over is, you know, what the top score was showing at. So, like, if you get, like, if you're at, say, like, 999,600, and then you get 500 points, it loops you around to, you know, 100 points, and shows the top score as 999,600, because that was what it was before the round. So getting the top score to actually be the highest possible number required, like, as I'm getting close, to make sure I'm like being aware of what points I'm getting to make sure to actually, like, so I had to actually math it out and be like, okay, make sure I get this and this and such. Took quite a few attempts to get it right. Doesn't help that, like, most of my attempts even get to my points being that high. But yeah. And for anyone wondering what exactly I'm working on for, because obviously, like, getting the top score up there was part of what I wanted to do for 100%ing, but obviously that's not all, because as I'm still, you know, working on this. But basically after, so the phase counter, like the phase number, which is like the level number or whatever. You know, it's a 2-digit number, so after 99 it'll go to 0 and then to 1. So that's what we're doing, trying to loop it around back to 1. And doing that with max lives, which is starting lives, because there's no way to get extra lives. So basically just doing that deathless. Furthest I've got at all is phase 71. So about, you know, 7/10 of the way there. Furthest I got without dying is phase 51, so about the halfway point. Salute me. Don't think you'd have the patience. Yeah, it's definitely tricky, because, like, I'm at the point where, like, my skill is good enough that I know I can do it. I know it's just a matter of time. But, you know, any, you know, mistakes that lead to me dying, you know, because it's a long one, so it's just like, you know, if I get a death, that's, well, that's it. Yeah. And part of what is also, like, along with, you know, maxing out, or, yeah, looping, rolling over is the term, I always forget, but rolling over the phase counter, I also want to be rolling over the score counter, but the score counter rolls over at about the halfway point, so that's there's no worry about that not happening. And then, once I've done that with this single-player mode, I want to do that also with a 2-player mode. There, yeah, again, want both people to, you know, make it, you know, without having died, and with having rolled over the score counter. And that's where, like, rolling over the score counter could actually be a bit more tricky because of, well, you know, get this score rolls over at about the halfway point in single player. In 2-player, that means each person will be having their score roll over at about that point. Also, welcome in, Axeman. Thank you for that raid. Hello, anime fan. Not pro yet. Axeman himself. How's it going? How are you doing? Not pro yet, just... Didn't you already subscribe the other day? I'm confused. Yeah, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? Wait. Am I thinking of somebody else? Let me also give you a shout out, Axeman. What were you up to? How's the balloon fight going? It's going. Doing a decent run right now. Playing Animal Crossing New Leaf. Nice. How was that? Where is my... Yeah, you just subscribed 2 days ago, right? I'm very confused now. New Leaf was lovely. It's been nice revisiting it. That's good. It's a reminder that you subbed, you guess. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Well, I guess that was just a notification thing, not an actual, like, I don't know. That's confusing. Crappity crap crap crap. Now my confusion is causing me to be not focused on the Animal Crossing. not the run then. Play New Leaf still because... That's because you don't have a Switch though. Ah, yeah. Well, I play this one. I do have a Switch, but I don't have New Horizons. Need to go lurk and make some food. No worries. Thanks again for the raid and for the not for you. Thank you for gifting Axeman that sub. Very much appreciated. Axeman, you are now subbed, which means you get a sub request vote if you choose to use it. Actually, do you still have... Can if you use your sub request vote from your previous sub? You did not, so you actually have 2 sub request votes. If you choose to use them. No, there's no dealer's choice. You use them or you don't. Or then they just sit there on the list until... Yeah. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but... yeah. So yeah, you 2 votes if you choose to use them. Bank them for now. Okay, okay. Phase 19. Yeah, they sit on the list until, if it's been... Basically, when, basically on New Year's, if I remove anyone from the list that hasn't been subbed in over a year, just so that it doesn't get... So the list doesn't get too ridiculously long, especially, you know, people that, you know, generally just aren't interested in using their sub requests, and some people that may not even be on Twitch anymore and all that. But yeah, I keep them on the list though, because sometimes it's just like people forget to use them, even though they, you know, want to or plan to or whatever. So it's just trying to find the balance of. Me trying to find the balance of making sure the availability is there, while also not like bothering people to make a choice they don't care about making. You were scared you had to make a decision. Oh, I know that, that fear. I know that fear all too well. Okay. What I'm thinking of doing is choosing one game from like the list that's like, say, like whichever one is like my favorite on the list, and being like, you know, just putting a note at the top. It's like, if you find it difficult to make a decision, you know, Super Mario Odyssey is my personal top pick on the list or something like that. Because I think Super Mario Odyssey is probably my top pick on the list as of right now. But yeah, use too much brain power work, need to let it be off. Oh yeah. Actually, what I should do is maybe at the top of the list make a few things like which game is my favorite of the ones on the list, which, yeah, I think that would be Super Mario Odyssey right now. Which game is, which game am I closest to achieving 100% on? That might be a good thing, because... That game over. No, it's fine. Oh, I thought I died twice already. Guess not. Yeah, because, Because the thing is, you know, if I actually succeed at 100%ing a game, that'll take it off the list, right? So, then the list will be shorter, instead of just as it keeps getting longer and longer. That I'm not sure off the top of my head what game on the list I'd be closest to 100%ing. It is a pretty long list because it's, you know, games that I've beaten, but I still need to 100% complete. So, you know, that just tends towards... Because, you know, I keep beating games, and I keep not actually, like, 100%ing any of them. Well, no, I've 100%ed Super Mario World and Adventures of Lolo. Let's see. Let's look at the list. Let's look at the list and see what ones are close. Let's see, Mario Brothers. Like, that one's relatively simple. It's just a matter of getting good enough that I can go that far. Super Mario Brothers 2... Again, simple enough. It's a matter of doing it, especially because that is a bit of a longer one, and being an NES game, it has to be like... Well, first of all, I plan to do like 4 runs, one for each of the characters, and then because of the whole getting max lives and such, that's a bit of a longer one. Super Mario Brothers 3 is a mess, but yeah. Oh yeah, I added the Super Mario Advance 2 version of Super Mario World. That one, I mean, I could start from the beginning, so I'd have ways to go on that one, but probably be doable. Super Mario 64, simple enough, just difficult. Super Mario Sunshine, simple enough, but again, very difficult. Super Mario Brothers Wii, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, that's a bit of a, not difficult, just tedious and time-consuming. New Super Mario Brothers U, that one I have a lot of stuff to do in. Super Mario Galaxy, probably have a lot of stuff. Well, clicking Luigi Stars, I'm not sure what else I have beyond that, but I think that one does have other stuff as well. Super Mario Galaxy 2, similarly. Super Mario 3D World, oh, that's Champions Row that I'm working on. That's going to take a while. Super Mario Run. Work on the World Star levels. Don't know what else I have to do for that one, though. Super Mario Odyssey. That one's going to take a while, but it's a fun one. Donkey Kong Jr. Math. I mean, Donkey Kong Jr. Math is actually, I guess, the one that I could use to 100%, because I already 100%ed it within Animal Crossing, so that would just be doing something I've already done. Donkey Kong 3... That's one of that involves getting good. Luigi's Mansion. That one's going to take a while, but... yeah. Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, that one's going to take a long while. But yeah. So right now the game you're currently trying to beat is Yakuza 0. Oh yeah. Mario Paint. That one's just difficult. It's not complicated though. Super Mario Maker. That one's one of those games that I'm never going to actually 100% because there's always more stuff I can do. But that's just, you know... There's a lot of stuff, though, that I specifically... I mean, the Mystery Mushroom Costumes is the main thing I'm working on for now. Super Mario Kart... I mean, that's difficult, and there's a lot of stuff, especially... Because I think, honestly, Super Mario Kart will be, like... beating each cup... Not only gold, but, like, perfect score with each character, or something like that, will be my eventual goal. Mario Kart 64, similar. Double Dash, similar. Mario Kart Wii, similar. So those are all ones that have a lot of stuff to do. Paper Mario, I have a lot of stuff to do. Wario's Woods. Okay, I'm not going to actually go through the whole list, but I think Donkey Kong Jr. Math would be the easiest 100%, just because I've already done it within Animal Crossing. This is just doing it again on, you know, the Wii Virtual Console. Yeah. Well, Adventures of Lolo 2, actually Adventures of Lolo will actually be another one where I've already done on the Wii Virtual Console, so now I'm doing on Switch. It's okay, so a couple on there that, you know, are easy options. Now, that pretty much, you know, a single stream of them could potentially remove them from the list. Okay, let's go and check on Mint. Oh, I can get rid of. Let's see if Mint is home yet. So we can say hi. Okay, she's not in her house, but she is in the acre. Because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to go in the house. Oh, right there, right behind her house. Hey, Mint. You did not know. I actually was, well, not curled up in a ball, but I was lying in bed for most of the, well, not, well, a good chunk of the afternoon. Yeah. It's nice though, because I did get, this morning I worked like 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., so it was just in the morning that I was working. Next. But yeah, so then I just had so I had the morning to do stuff, and then afternoon to relax. Speaking of Yakuza, you know, in Japan, where Bob the Builder first started airing, they actually edited Bob to where he has 5 fingers instead of 4. Because the actual Yakuza gang is a form of apology, they would cut off the pinky so to avoid any trouble. They added Bob's 5th finger. I did not know that. I don't want to buy a shirt from you though. Why are the prices going up? Sure. I don't want to play this game at all, Mint. Arctic Camel. Like, I'm just gonna sell this shirt anyway. Try to get myself back up to 30,000. Mint just going and creating work for me. Yeah, probably have to sell something else because this is 85 bells. Oof. Mint ripped me off. Like, she didn't even give me the option to be like, hey, do you want to play this game? She was just like, okay, that's what we're gonna do. So I guess we'll just sell some oranges. That'll give us just back above 30,000. And we can go deposit a bit of money to put us back to 30,000. I'd like to sell these oranges, please. I have 3. That'll put us exactly 65 over. Okay. So we're gonna go deposit 65 bells now. A whole whopping 65 bells. Yeah. Never actually watched Bob the Builder, or played Yakuza, or been to Japan. Or cut off my pinky. Wait. Yes, actually, no. Whole 65 bells. Really noticed them amongst my 240 million. Okay. Otherwise, though, I think we're gonna go switch on my other characters now. So we have to do a thing with Samantha. Save and quit. because we actually got one of the villagers we haven't had yet, so we need to go and write him a welcome letter with Samantha so we can get a letter back, because we're saving a letter from every villager in the game as they live here in Trantor. Yes. We have 160 letters saved in the post office, because that's the most you can save there. An additional 20 letters each with Slicer and Jake, putting us at 200, and then I guess 10 letters with Samantha here. 9 in her inventory and 3 in the post office. Also Red, Tom Nook, and Red. Yeah, keep one letter that we've written ourselves here, because if there's an empty spot in here, when you open your mailbox, that many letters will, any letters that you have that there's room for will automatically move into your inventory, and then the only way to get rid of them is to actually delete them. You can't just put them back into the mailbox. Well, you can kind of, but only by trading. Oh wait, snake up there, yeah. So in order to be able to still actually send letters, we need to keep one letter written in our inventory at all times. Now my snake. So now this letter that we have pre-written, actually, we just had it set to be to Rick, but now we can send it to Snake, the only actual villager we currently have that Samantha can actually write a letter to, because she hasn't met any of the others. Yeah, it is set it to Snake, right? Yeah, letter to Snake. And tomorrow we'll get a reply from Snake, and then that's the point where we'll actually remove him from the list and update our numbers. That's interesting that they did that. Q's is also part of the reason that Nintendo became such a big company. Mail a letter. Because Nintendo got a start. Nintendo actually started in 1889, which a lot of people don't realize Nintendo's that old. And they made a type of playing cards originally called Hanafuda cards or something like that. And the Yakuza used them for gambling. So the Yakuza was responsible for a lot of Nintendo's early growth as a result. Let's move up this gyroid paper and octopus paper, and let's go grab some more paper for Samantha. Yeah. So, we're not removing Snake from the list until we actually get the letter back from him, but once we do, it'll just... Now next we're still waiting for Bones, Buzz, Chief, Cyrano, Goldie, Liz, and Pom Pom. I'm currently under the impression that our last villager will probably end up being Chief, just because he was my nemesis for the longest time. So he's probably holding off on moving here. I have since forgiven him for his transgressions, but, probably still... we'll grab the fireworks paper. Probably still a bit, worried. So while we're here, I'd like to sell this leopard print. What do we still need as far as clothing? Which clothes? I know it's Jingle shirt and then 2 from Gracie. Which 2 specifically? Butterfly shirt and lavender robe. Okay. Well, we'll get them eventually. But otherwise, I think... I know we've only been streaming for a little over an hour. The cursed villager is Goose. He broke a speedrun because chicken villagers can't have fleas. Oof. Breaking a speedrun, that's rough. Yeah, so for me, it was, actually, I'll demonstrate. So, this was actually in a previous town, and such. Which, like, because obviously I haven't had him in this town yet. But basically, you know, I was playing one time. I was going to hit the money rock. So I go, you know, make my holes as, like, normal. And I was hitting the rock. And then, you know, Chief comes up to me. And of course, A, which is for hitting the rocks, is also for talking to a villager. So instead of hitting... So after, like, I had, like, 3, maybe 4 hits on the rock. And all of a sudden, Chief comes up to me and I start talking to him. And then, you know, because the timer for the money rock keeps going during the conversation, so I got very little money from it as a result. And then, like, I think it was the next day, where I again saw, I again had a money rock, and Chief was near it, and I'm like, Chief, you better not screw me over again. But then, because of me being... He didn't directly, but because of me being worried that he would, my timing was off. And I still didn't get, like, the full... Or the nearly full 7 bags of money from the money rock. So then he just became my nemesis for a while. Until this past summer. 'Cause the reason I haven't had him in my village yet, living in my current village yet, is because he did come to my village last summer as a summer camper, which apparently then counts towards the rotation of them living in your town, even though they don't actually live there. But he was there as a summer camper, and he went and gave me the final piece I needed from the camper exclusive furniture set. And I'm like, okay, you're forgiven now. So you did, in fact, make a point that the Yakuza's preferred controller rather than keyboard and mouse. Oh yeah. I tend to prefer controller over keyboard and mouse for most games that I play. I don't really play I mostly play console though anyway. I only played a handful of games on PC, at least recently. Not counting I guess online, like, games that I play, like, here and there, but, like, on stream, I've only played a single computer game. Or a single game on computer, like Lego Batman 3. Because the first 2 Lego Batmans I played on Wii. Lego Batman 3 I played on PC. But yeah. I had Bob and Noonleaf be close to the tree, shook, and bees popped out, and he being too close to the tree got hit with the net, and then he acted surprised that he got stung by bees. Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's cool that you speedrun Animal Crossing. That's definitely something I wouldn't mind doing one day. Basically, once I've finished 100%ing GameCube Animal Crossing, assuming I ever do, I would definitely like to try speedrunning it. But that's a ways away. Anyway, let's go find somebody to raid. I know we've only been live for like just a little over an hour, but we did start like 2.5 hours late, so... And because I am streaming hopefully 8 a.m. tomorrow, and it's like almost 10 p.m., so I don't want to be up too late. And tomorrow morning will be a bit of a longer stream because, you know, buying turnips. Let's see who we can go and raid. So, we could raid somebody playing My Time at Portia. Could raid somebody playing Elden Ring. Could raid somebody playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think it's going to be one of those people, so let me know in chat if you have a preference for any of those games I just mentioned. otherwise, I'll decide myself who we're gonna go and raid, and yeah. I'll be back, tomorrow, 8 a.m. hopefully, assuming I'm able to get up early enough. We'll see how that goes. I have trouble enough getting up, starting stream at 9 a.m. as we've previously been intending, so 8 a.m. We'll see. And Central Standard Time, that is. And then a separate Sub-Request Sunday stream at 6 p.m., which is Sonic the Hedgehog CD Classic. I think it's called the iOS version of Sonic CD. I think it's called Sonic the Hedgehog CD Classic. Then my weekday streams should all be 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Monday will be Animal Crossing, followed by Blaster Master as we start yet another attempt. One day, hopefully this will be the attempt we beat it on. We'll see. We got to the final boss last time, so fingers crossed. Next time we get to the final boss, we can actually beat him. But Tuesday will be just Animal Crossing. Wednesday, Animal Crossing, followed by Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic as we continue on Tatooine stuff. Thursday, Animal Crossing, followed by Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as we continue with the World of Light. Friday, Animal Crossing, followed by hopefully the start of Earthbound Beginnings. I know we've had, 2 or 3 Fridays that were supposed to be the start and keep canceling, but fingers crossed. The next Saturday, again, Animal Crossing at 6 p.m. at hopefully next Saturday we don't start late again, but we always see how it goes, because there's the schedule I want to stream on, and then there's just, tiredness from work and life and everything. And it is what it is. Doing my best. But yeah. So that's the schedule for the next week. And, yeah. No problem for the stream. And thanks everyone for coming by. Let's see who... There doesn't seem to be a preference as to who we go and raid. So I think we are going to raid one of my Plant Army teammates, Dear Callie, who is playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We've raided her before. She's a fun streamer, so we're gonna head over there. Also looks like she's doing a subathon. So yeah, if y'all want to join me on the raid, you can copy and paste the raid message, join on the raid, and yeah. Doing your best is what we should all strive for. You should all strive for doing your best. You shouldn't strive for doing my best. Because everyone's best is different. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming out today. Those who chatted, those who just lurked, those who... what all happened today? Those who hosted, those who raided, those who gifted subs, those who followed. You're all wonderful people. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a blast, and I will see you all later. Let me make sure I've copied the raid message, and bye.